My knees are cramping like above them. I'm sitting in this position, stretching out, which is good. Joe's knees are ruined. Andrew's knees are gone on the way out.
Yep, that's me. Probably wondering how I got myself in this situation. Legs cramping on the side of the UK's tallest mountain. Well, let's go back to the start. You see, this story starts with a van and a plan, and a lot of motorway.
We're on the Scotland road trip. We're just put over the side of the road. That is part of the Ben Nevis range as well. That's technically what we're climbing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's technically what we were going to be climbing, and as you can tell from my optimism, we had drastically underestimated it.
We're climbing Ben Nevis today. We're 5 minutes in, I'm out of breath. I've definitely got too much camera kit. Tripod's heavy, and a lot of food and water. But let's go. This is my idea after all.
Yep, this was my idea. You see, last year, me and the boys climbed Snowdon with absolutely no training or preparation for it. Now, Snowdon isn't exactly Mount Everest, but for someone that didn't ever train cardio or any sort of endurance, it was bloody tough. Regardless of how tough it was though, the feeling of accomplishment at the end of it was something unmatched, and I wanted that feeling again. I'd wanted that feeling for a year. So after a few Google searches and not much else in the way of preparation, I rallied the boys and we got a date in the books to climb the UK's tallest, Ben Nevis.
I generally think we're like sub 20 minutes in still. Well, I'm very aware, I know my legs will numb out. I know I'll get used to just being out of breath. Eventually, probably about an hour in, it'll just become one foot from the other.
What are you going to dig a hole?
Currently.
What are you going to dig a hole? I've got a rock.
It's Glen Nevis apparently. This is tougher than Snowdon was. No one cares. We started somewhere down there. And up there. Up there. There's people.
So we continued, one foot in front of the other, step after step. We slowly made our way up, stopping for photos and snacks along the way.
So a minute ago I said, up there is where we gotta go. We were down there. But now, this is the bit we were looking at. And then cross over, carry on going up.
See that waterfall? That took us 2.5 hours to reach. It wasn't until we got there that we found that.
We officially hit the halfway point, which is extreme, and you can't see it's waterfall. Now hit that, which means monster time to re-energise.
It's moments like this that I'm reminded of the age-old saying that it's about the journey, not the destination. The reward and the joy is derived from the doing of an act, not the completing of it. It's so easy with anything you do in life to be focused solely on the end result, but stopping to reflect is key. We weren't doing this to say we'd climbed Ben Nevis. We were doing this to have done the climb, to put ourselves through this physically demanding challenge and come out the other side smiling. So, up we climbed. Valley views turned quickly into cloud as we ascended above the Scottish Highlands. Visibility began to narrow, the air around us got noticeably colder, and everything got wetter and wetter as we climbed, one foot in front of the other. This is where the climb got tough. It was no longer just physically demanding, but mentally as well. At literally any point we could have said, screw this, let's go get a coffee, and turned around. But none of us did. We kept climbing with absolutely no concept of how far we'd gone or how far we had left to go. All we could see was cloud and each other spaced out along the path. It felt like this mountain went on forever.
Let's finish this bitch.
But despite feeling like we were making little progress, eventually the top came into view.
Boys. Joe.
Now whilst you climb, you've got the goal in mind that keeps you going. It numbs yourself to the challenge and the physical demand. But once you hit the top, that adrenaline starts to ease off, and you begin to feel everything. The wind, the wet, the cold, the aching in your legs, and for me, the cramping in my thighs. We quickly realised we needed to get down this mountain, because 5 hours deep into this climb, we were shivering, wet, and cramping, without stopping any of these issues.
Oh my god, the cloud's clearing. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, oh my god, we can actually see them. That's literally just that moment. That's the first time in about 4 hours we've been able to see down the mountain. That is amazing. My knees are cramping like above them. Like sitting in this position, stretching them out, which is good. Dan's knees are ruined. Joe's knees are ruined. Andrew's knees are gone on the way out. We're almost back down to the halfway. It's noticeably warm now you're out of the cloud coverage. My hands are like slightly swollen from hanging out cold for hours. My legs are fucked. We're almost back to halfway, right? Almost there. My legs are shaking. My legs are shaking. Oh my god. Back at the start point. Hold on. That was fucking difficult. That was genuinely probably the toughest thing I've ever done. We were fighting some freaking demons on that. So I need to put the exact stats up on the screen. I think that took us 8 hours, 39 minutes, me and Joe. And just Dan is still coming down. Joe is in so much pain because of his knees. We were like, alright, we just need to get back to the van. So my knees are just numbed out at this point. Like, it was weird, like the above my kneecap, where like your thigh muscle like joins, like your quads joins your kneecap, it was like cramping solidly. Like, it was painful. Joe had that apparently before we even actually got to the top. I can barely hold my arm up. Oh, that was difficult, but so worth it. But Christ, hasn't settled in yet, the achievement we've just done, to us.
To be honest, I don't think it settled in until 2 or 3 days afterwards, the achievement we did. But these boys right here, we climbed the UK's tallest mountain, and I am so proud of all of us for doing it. It was so difficult, but we smashed it. And I just, the sense of achievement, it came back. It was accomplished. It was so worth it. It was just incredible. And if anyone's interested in doing Ben Nevis or any mountain or anything, just go and do it, because it's the doing of an act that makes it worthwhile.